To use the software AstroFrame, I'm just going to go to this website, showmethesky.com. Then I'm clicking to the link software. And from this link here, so this is what I'm showing you on the screen here, I can click here to use this link to download the setup for software. And also I'm going to click here some example of dataset as well. So first of all, let's download the setup of the software. So I'm just clicking here and I'm going to put that, let's say, on the desktop. Here we go. So that will take not too long to download. I think it's 100 and so megabyte or something like that of data. And while it's doing that, I'm also going to click here to download the images, and it's a small subset of data, so it shouldn't take too long as well. So when I'm going to leave it as it is to download the data, and when this is done, and you can see it's done for the setup, we're going to install the software now. All right, so as I said, we have downloaded the two datasets, so the setup for the software and also a file containing some example of images. So first of all, actually, let's try to extract those images. Let's have a look at what they look like. And you can see, so these are some images I've taken in September. Some of them have low gain, and some other one will have high gain. And also zoom might be different. Sometimes it will be zoom 1, sometimes it will be zoom 4. And obviously what we want is images where we can see the position of the satellite. Okay, so now what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to install the software. So I'm just double clicking on the installer. So here it will tell you, obviously, you know, we have this information for the protection of your PC. This is a Python script, so you shouldn't have any issues. You can just click software. So as you can see, I double click here on AstroFrame setup. I accept the agreement, next, next, and next, and install. So now it's finished to install, and I can unclick that if I don't want to launch it now, and click finish. So now you will see you have a new desktop icon as well for AstroFrame. So I can double click on the icon, and eventually what is going to happen is that the software is going to open. Here we go. So it tells me I've got 47 days left until expiration. And then the first thing first will be to select the output directory where we are going to put processed dataset. So what I do, for example, if I want to do that in my desktop, I create a new folder and I will call that, let's say, processed. And I will simply set the setup out directory to this directory I've created here. So if I go to my desktop here, and I said just set this one here. Perfect. And here you see we have also some areas where we need to enter the latitude and longitudes where the images were taken. So in my case, that was taken in London. So it's roughly 51 and minus 0.7. And what I can do, so I can, you know, just run like it is, or if I have other as well areas where I use the telescope, what I can do is save the coordinate, and I can enter a name, for example, London, just easy to remember. And let's put that in the same directory where I put my process images. So I'm going to call that cohort, for example, .txt. Here we go. So now next time I load the coordinates. So if I go to my process, you can see here, it will tell me which one I want to use. I've got a single one here, so that's fine. I click OK, and that will put those coordinates that are saved in this text file. For the planet, I've got two options, Jupiter or Saturn at the moment. So I'm going to use Jupiter, and I'm going to simply select the images that we have downloaded from the website, or your own images, even better if you have your own image. So I'm just going to select all the images here, perfect. And also make sure that you have this output directory selected, otherwise you will have some error message anyway if you haven't selected that. And here you can also see those images as well if you want before running the process. So now I can click process images, and it's going to process images by images basically. And you can see it's printing some information in the console here. And it tells you as well here how many images are being processed, or the percentage of imaging being processed. We are currently at 6%. I'm going, I think, to leave it as it is, and we can convey when this is finished. Okay, so this is now finished, and I know because obviously it's 100%, and also it tells me here all images processed successfully. Now what I can do is load the JSON file which are created while each image are analyzed. Those JSON files are basically located in the same directory where you have basically processed the data. So I can load all those different files. Here we go. And you can see straight away on the right side, basically the days since the first observation. And here on this axis is the distance in kilometer according to the satellite which was basically seen on the image. So Io, for example, Europa, Ganymede, or Callisto. So what I can also do from that is tick the box add best fit, which basically we run in the background some kind of optimizations using the shape to match all those points that were analyzed during the processing. And you can see here we have the theoretical curves and the calculated curves. So for the distance between the satellite and Jupiter, for the distance, the period, and the mass as well observed, with the error as well shown in the bottom. So this is basically what you can do with the graph, and you can do that with all the other also satellite if you want as well. And what you can do as well is generate a video. What does it do? So I'm just clicking here, and automatically it's created those videos. So if I go now to my process folder, I've got all those processed files, by the way, that were created, that are written in this process folder. And I've got those two videos as well, one called 240, one called 255. 255 means that we take the maximum gain, so where we really washed out Jupiter. And if I double click here, yes, if I double click, you can see now the evolution of the time of the data acquired with the localization of the satellite according to Jupiter as well. So these again are the information that are being used later on in the software. So this is all about it. Obviously have a play with that. Let me know how you're getting on. Always interested to know. And more than happy to help if you encounter any issues as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye.